In the majestic Infiniti QX80, the refined Land Rover Range Rover, and the all-time family's favorite Volkswagen Atlas. Which are we going to be choosing the next family SUV we're going to be buying in this house? Now join us on this journey as we walk you through the sourcing and the procurement of our next favorite family SUV. Stay tuned, guys. Just like I mentioned earlier, we're going to be choosing our next family car, amongst these three beautiful SUVs, the QX80, the Range Rover, and the Volkswagen Atlas. Now, we are not nomads, which means we don't travel all the time. We're not campers, we don't sleep in our car or do a lot of that. As a matter of fact, we work from home. So the two major factors that will be determining the choice that we'll be making would be, the first one is affordability. And then the second one is, well, the sentimental value of the car. I mean, we don't want to use it for our entire lifespan, but we want to make sure that whenever we have a commute, it's a memorable one and we want to feel good the few times we're on the road, because every other time we're either working from home or elsewhere. All right. Before we delve right through the sourcing of this car, I would like to tell you guys a little backstory. So we used to own a Hyundai Santa Fe 2011. Beautiful car, nice car. It was a good family car, quite efficient. Fuel economy was quite good. But the car has done over 300,000 kilometers in mileage, and it was due for a change. Now, we had our little issues with this car. It was practical. It was working, not without one or two little issues, but we also came to realize that it wasn't nice spending money fixing this car. There was just no soul in the car. It was just an equipment, a piece of equipment. It didn't feel like a part of the family. It would do what we wanted to do. It would take us places. Also, it was extremely lightweight. So when you're on the 401 or on the freeway, you would literally be feeling the wind action on the car. So it didn't feel like the kind of car that we wanted to have. It served us, and it was going way beyond the 300,000 kilometer miles, which meant that it could break at any given time. So we knew that we were at the verge of getting a new SUV. So one of the first things we had to do was sourcing. Of course, to source for anything, the first place you have to go to is the internet. And we had to go on Google. And then from Google, we searched for car gurus. Car gurus are like one of the most popular car sites that we have on the internet here in Canada, where we get, used cars. So the first SUV we checked out was the Infiniti QX80. We were looking out for the facelifted model because the previous models were not looking so good. The facelifted model started from like the 2018, 2019, and they're better looking, they're sleeker. But the issue we had with that was that the lowest cost for that was from 30 grand upwards, $30,000 upwards. And the interior was a bit dated, even though it's a 7-seater. And it had the size we were looking for. It had the presence, it had the comfort. But the fact that the interior was dated would mean that we'll struggle with Google Maps, we'll struggle with a lot of modern features on this car. And that would equally drop the sentimental value of this car. But this was one of the cars that we really wanted to get. But unfortunately, because of prices, we could not proceed with this. So the second choice that we looked at was the Volkswagen Atlas. This was a very, very high contender, and this was my personal favorite. I really, really wanted to get the Atlas. But the thing again is that Atlas is a model that started from, I think, 2018, 2019, and then it was facelifted in 2021 to look different and more modern on the exterior. And then I think it didn't get facelifted until 2024. I think that 2024 was the last facelift I had. Now, within the space of, let's say, 4 years, it's gotten like 3 facelifts. And unfortunately, this makes the 2018 model look like a dinosaur to me, because now, if you're going to be facelifting these cars within every 2 years, it means that in the next 4 years, the 2018 model car would literally look out of place. So this was one of the factors that we had that made us consider, okay, we should get maybe a newer Atlas, which is going to be like the 2022, 2023, or 2024 model. Now, we couldn't go with the 2022 or 2023 models because they had the same interior as the 2018, which means the interior was also dated. And they didn't update the interiors till 2024 before the interior started looking, quite modern. And this was also one of the factors for us. Besides these factors, we also had the battle when it came to pricing. Now, the 2024, which was the one that looked most appealing, was starting, from 50,000, 51,000 and above for the base model. And then when you start going high, you start approaching the 60,000s or even the 65,000 for the executive versions. So this was also beyond our budget, and it was a problem for us, which brings us to our third and final choice. So we had to look up, the Land Rover Range Rover, not the Range Rover Sports, not the Evoque, not the Velar, but the full-size Land Rover Range Rover. That led us to one of the cars that we saw on the site that looks quite good, a 2017 Land Rover Range Rover Vogue. So why did we go with the Range Rover? Now, in terms of pricing, this one was going for slightly above $27,000. And also, it had the sentimental value that we were looking for, which means it had the presence, it had the class, it had the comfort. So price-wise, it ticked the box for us. Sentimental value-wise, it also ticked the box for us. And that was why we ended up going with it. And I know, of course, you're going to ask, how about maintenance? How are you going to take care of things that might come up with owning a Range Rover? It's always good to have the warranty. If you're getting a Range Rover from a dealership, make sure you're getting the dealership warranty on the Range Rover. And if you're getting from the dealership that's not the manufacturer's dealership, then you try to get the aftermarket warranty, which you can renew yearly. That's one of the things that you also need to do. And then there are also security features you can install in your Range Rover to keep it protected. And make sure that you keep your service records up to date. Just like I said, this is the third one we're getting. And one of the things I came to realize is as long as you're up to date with your maintenance routines, it's not going to be a problem. And we decided to dig deeper and check out this dealer and proceed to do a test drive, make a phone call, do some negotiations, and eventually we're going to be picking up the car. So I'm outside and looks like my ride is here. Okay, guys, so I'm just gonna get in. Hey, hi, what's up? Okay, so heading to Mississauga. All right, so guys, I'm in the Uber heading to the showroom right now. Hoping it's gonna go great. By the way, guys, I'm walking while I'm on the way. That's how my job is. I'm always walking on the move. So I have my dashboard on my phone, I have it on my laptop, I have it on my computer in the office, so I can always walk on the go. That's one of the beauties of having some sort of work flexibility. At this age and time, you want to always be able to walk on the go. Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
He's gonna guide you to the car.
So guys, I'm right here in this beautiful SUV, our new car. So one thing I love that I mean by this is oddly familiar is that you just have to love the seating position. This is just so good. feels very comfortable. You can do long distances, in this position. Your gear knob is very handy right there. And then, your views are nice. This is just plush. It's very refined. This is, the piano black finishes, the white touch screen, the infotainment, everything is just nice. Eventually, I'm probably going to do maybe a full review of this car, maybe by the time I start driving it for a little bit. And let me know in the comment below if you really want me to do a review of this car. But for now, I'm going to do like a tiny, weeny review, just telling you guys one of the things that I love about this car. So what does it feel like to be in the Range Rover? What does the dashboard look like? So this is what it looks like from the driver's angle. You can see all of that. You have the large infotainment unit that's very responsive and, very nice, very smooth. It has Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. You have all that embedded in the system. It has knobs. New cars these days have like touch screen, but I prefer the knobs because you don't have to look at what you can literally just adjust them while driving. And then it still has the traditional CD player. And then you have your gear knob, you have the all-terrain system, you have all of that. You have your parking brakes, you have your cup holder, very easy to use, and it just stays hidden and covered up when, not in use. You have your steering wheel looking all plush. You have the very beautiful leather. Why I love this car, contrary to what, you have in a Mercedes most times, is that this is a bit more Scandinavian. Well, it's British, but I love the curvilinear style. You have a lot of slight curves and straight lines. It just makes it timeless. And then you have your long moon roof that goes all the way to the back. I love the black roof liner, very pretty. I love the spacious cabin for the kids. I love the fact that the leather is black, so the kids would not, in case the spill, is easy to clean up. But basically, it's just very, very well done. And like I said, it feels like a car that has a soul. Absolutely love the interior. So now, having spoken to you about some of the nice features on the car, one of the things I had to do before purchasing this car is I had to do my research on the authorized auto mechanics around me. It's very important when you're getting a luxury vehicle to do such research. And in doing the research, I came across this company, the Autobahn Hotel. These guys are pretty good. I looked at their reviews. They are so good. They are prompt. They are apt. And one special thing about them is also the fact that they are authorized by the warranty on this vehicle. So I can always, get across to them. They have tow service. These guys are top notch. And that builds my confidence in, buying this piece of luxury. And another item I had to get, actually I pre-ordered this from Europe, is an OBD scanner. It's called Curly. So I got this from, I think it came in from Germany. It's an authorized OBD scanner for for luxury cars like this, for Land Rovers, Range Rovers. It's very good. It's very helpful for whenever you are out there on the road. I would recommend that you get this. With this also, it puts confidence. All you need to do is, if you have any issues with the car, because these cars are highly computerized, all you need to do is plug this into your OBD port, and then it's synced to your mobile device, your phone, and then you can easily just run your apps, run your checks on the car, just in case there are, computer glitches on the car, because Range Rovers are known to be Range Rovering once in a while, where you might need to, for you to reset the air suspension. You might see some fault codes that are just, the brain box just acting funny, or the computer just acting funny, and you have to wipe that out real quick. So this comes in very handy. I would recommend you to get it. This is not a paid ad, by the way, but I just felt like I should share this with you guys for those who might be looking at getting luxury. There's a confession though. If I had never driven a Range Rover, with the press out there, with the negative press, negative publications about the reviews on the Range Rover, I would probably have never decided to buy this. But because I had driven 2 Range Rovers in the past, and I typically understand some of the tips and tricks of owning and running one, and I feel like life is too short
to drive something because of other people's opinion. What did I do? I got what I needed, but I decided to also have contingency assets like the warranty, getting an authorized mechanic, and also getting a mobile scanning device. This cost me about maybe $70. With shipping, maybe roughly $90 or something. But this came in right before I bought the car, so I was fully prepared. Now, having done all of this, let's take this car for a spin and see how it truly drives.
So that's it. This was how we got our new family car, the Land Rover Range Rover. So thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and turn on post notifications so that whenever we drop off a new vlog, you're the first to know. Until the next time we'll meet, have a great day.